Hey there, Cam here from Training Tilt. Not really Training Tilt related, but I'm just started a 5 day fast, so I thought I'd do a bit of a video log about it. Not sure if I'll actually make this public straight away. Maybe hold off until the end. But so I'm doing a 5 day fast, and this is actually day two of five already. And the reason why I'm doing the fast is because since the beginning of the year, so it's been like 9 months now since I've had this problem. I've been diagnosed with a type of arthritis that's caused by an autoimmune problem. So it has similar symptoms as rheumatoid arthritis, but it's not rheumatoid arthritis. So it pretty much came along from after I did a half Ironman in January in Tarragona. I had some pain in my left foot, and it felt like my shoe was really tight. Um, so I changed shoes and did a few other things, but then it started to sort of spread to the bottom of my feet, to both my feet, to my ankles, and then to my knees and my wrists and my fingers and even my shoulder. So the worst things that were affected were like old injuries of mine. So I'm talking like 20, 25 years ago, where I sprained my ankle, dislocated my finger, and some more recent ones, which is my knees. So I've had multiple knee reconstructions on both issues on both knees, and probably had my first one 2008, so 10 years ago, and then another operation like 2010 when I re-injured those. So yep. So we're not on any medication. I basically can't get out of a chair without experiencing quite a lot of pain. So it's not a unbearable pain, but it's enough to really affect my quality of life. So after I got diagnosed, I'm on some medications. The first one is sulfasalazine, which is a sulfur-based medication. So the thing with this type of arthritis is that it's quite poorly understood. So I don't think a lot of research goes into it because it's not. I mean, as much as for me, it's quite debilitating because it means I can't do the sports that I love. But for the general population, it can be managed pretty well with anti-inflammatory medications. But I don't want to be on these medications long term. So sulfasalazine, I'd say, is the one of the ones that I'm on. But I've been on that for about 3 months probably, and I'm not sure that it actually does anything because at the same time, I've been on Diclofenac, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So I'm on that twice a day, 75 milligrams a dose, so 150 milligrams a day, and that basically deals with the pain throughout the day and then takes care of them. So I take it morning and day, so it takes care of it during the day and during the night. But I've experimented by going off that, and then so then I've just been on the sulfur based one. And again, the sulfur based one, they don't actually know how it works in terms of dealing with the arthritis, so the inflammation of the joints. I'll just go back and talk a little bit more about that actually because I forgot to say. So there's two main types of arthritis. So the first one is osteoarthritis, which actually is where your joints are damaged. So then your body does as it normally does and creates inflammation, and you'll get pain from that. And the other one is like the autoimmune one, so like rheumatoid arthritis, and then a bunch of others. One that can be caused by like if you get some sort of infection, which I think possibly is what the type that's causing mine because last year in July, I was in the Philippines and I got really sick. And then when I got back, it took me a long time, and I was had been lethargic for a long time, and just not feeling that good. And then, of course, a few months later, the issues with my joints came along. Anyway, so that second type, there's actually nothing wrong with your joints. So I've had all of my joints x-rayed and scanned to see if there's any damage, and there isn't actually really any damage other than some of my older injuries. But because it's across most of my joints, and the large percentage of them are fine, um, it's your immune system that gets confused and for some reason sends a whole lot of inflammation to your joints that don't need to. So there isn't actually anything wrong with my joints. So actually taking the medication just to get rid of the pain is actually better than not taking it all, because what will happen if you don't take it is that all of that inflammation over time, and if this is going to be a long-term thing for me, that inflammation can actually damage the joints over time. So for me, it's just a matter of dealing with that inflammation. So anyway, back to the fast. So I'm doing that fast just to see. I want to give it a shot. I've done a couple of 1 day, 2 day fasts, which haven't really made any difference. But I think for something like this, you need to give it a longer period of time to see whether it will make a difference or not. So that's what I'm doing here. So 5 days started on Saturday night. It's now Monday afternoon. So it's going to finish on Thursday night, just in time for us to fly to Hawaii. We're off to Ironman World Champs to watch, so that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to eating on that night. So yeah, so the my main concern at the moment is the diclofenac because of the long term problems that can cause stomach ulcers and some other stuff as well. So I really want to get off that. So at the moment, the fast and here's my weight. So when I started the fast, I was 72 kilos, so that's normally where I sit. And I might get down to like 70 or 71, like at race weight or something. So we'll see how that goes over time. And my general feelings at the moment, after like 36 hours or wherever I am now, is that I'm hungry, quite distracted, and pretty woozy. Trying to look after how much water I drink, because I know now I'm not eating, I'm not going to get any water from food, so I'm going to have to drink quite a lot more than I normally drink. And then see what happens. So I'll probably do these daily. So I'll do another one tomorrow, and I'll give you an update then. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.